Now, the latest on the Duke and Duchess's tour of the Caribbean, and Prince William has expressed profound sorrow for Britain's history of slavery. He said the abhorrent practice was a permanent stain on Britain's history. However, he stopped short of an apology. Here's what he had to say.
I strongly agree with my father, the Prince of Wales, who said in Barbados last year that the appalling atrocity of slavery forever stains our history. I want to express my profound sorrow. Slavery was abhorrent, and it should never have happened. While the pain runs deep, Jamaica continues to forge its future with determination, courage, and fortitude. The strength and shared sense of purpose of the Jamaican people, represented in your flag and motto, celebrate an invincible spirit.
Prince William. Let's speak now to Professor Dr. Rosalie Hamilton. She's an activist and the founder and chief executive of Jamaica's Institute of Law and Economics at the University of Technology in Jamaica. Welcome to the programme. Thanks so much for joining us, Rosalie. First of all, profound sorrow, says Prince William. What do you think of his comments?
We think it hasn't gone far enough. A statement of regret doesn't meet the standard of apology that we require, which includes taking responsibility and also beginning that process of reparatory justice. And we insist that this is necessary because the legacies of slavery are still with us today.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we know that sorrow is not sorry. Is an acceptance of responsibility an admission that opens up the question of compensation? And if so, is that a job for government rather than royalty?
Well, we think that the royal family are direct beneficiaries of the institution of slavery. We recall that they were owners of the Royal African Company, and that started the process of African trafficking and enslavement of Africans. And so there's a direct responsibility that the royal family has. Yes, this is something that is absolutely necessary. Statements of regret doesn't really begin to tackle the underlying structural problems that exist in Jamaica. And I want to say, this is not merely about money. The CARICOM 10-point plan makes it very clear that there are institutions that need to be built. There are psychological issues that must be addressed. There are health issues. There are educational challenges that still persist today. So we're talking about a comprehensive approach to development that gets to the root of the colonial legacy. And I think that's where we are today. Jamaica sits in a place where we have extremely high levels of crime. 20% of our population are living in squatting communities. I could go on. These are rooted in a history that we ought not to forget, and we can't forget.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Rosalie, your Prime Minister has been very vocal about Jamaica becoming a republic. How much support do you think that has?
First of all, I should say there have been bipartisan support for this from 1995. So, and it was promised in political manifestos for both major political parties. So there is broad bipartisan support. And I think the people of Jamaica is supportive of that move. And so the recent statement is still not enough. We absolutely need to see a time frame, what the terms of engagement will be, and what the concepts of republics that are out there. There are several concepts. And we expect that there will be serious public engagement so that the voice of Jamaicans can be heard in shaping a republic that can finally complete the decolonization process and truly give Jamaicans a voice in decision-making.
So what you would like is a 10-point plan, more infrastructure, a proper apology, and then for the Jamaican people to vote to be a republic rather than a realm, rather than for the Queen to be head of state?
Absolutely, and active engagement of the Jamaican public, because I think the world knows we're very talented people. We do a lot, and the extent to which our voices are not adequately heard in the decision making. We have to do much more to deepen our democracy and change some of these inherited governance arrangements that limit our capacity to really fulfill our dreams. And it speaks to the way we tackle these decolonization issues, but also the institutional arrangements that support them.
Okay. Professor Dr. Rosalie Hamilton, thanks so much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.